Hello guys and welcome to what will be some more Rule the Waves. So, we have played as the German Reich, and today I've decided on Russia actually. I have not played the Russians myself. Well, I have played a test game. I was playing in version 1.23 before this. I'm now playing version 1.26 beta. Anyhow, yes, so I decided on Russia. They're quite interesting. They have a very nice position in the world, and there's lots of things to look at. I mean, we're an autocracy. We have it's an okay budget. 16 million is not bad. It's about the same as Germany, France. It's better than Austria and Italy. It's nowhere near as good as Britain's, but who the hell ever is going to be as good as that? Besides the US, I suppose, which, yeah, it goes really the British, US, and then it's kind of like France, Germany, and Russia. We do have an undeveloped shipbuilding industry, poor education, so that means we're going to suffer in some roles, but hey-ho, we should be fine. It's going to take who has the biggest guns from the start, so the British and the French are 13s. What did the Americans have? 12s. What did the Japanese have? Only 10s. Okay. Well, that's going to be good, because we are probably going to be fighting the Japanese quite a lot. But, right, let's get into this. So you can see I had a test game over here, so I'm going to just go over that one. We're going to go with historical resources. I need to sign out of Steam. I apologise. There we go. And I'm not going to build my manual fleet. I can't be bothered building legacy fleet. I'd like to take it as it comes. I'm also going to go with medium fleet size this time. Now, what this will mean is every ship is a hell of a lot more valuable. The battles will be smaller, but more tactical as, yeah, each ship is many magnitudes of times more precious. Right, so we're going to start a new game then. Okay, so let's get into this then. Let's take a look at what we have now. So we have the Imperator Nikolai. And take a look at the ship. I should go to the data. Let's go to design for rebuild. We'll be able to see everything better there. See what we could possibly change. Wow, this ship has quite a lot of space left, apparently. Let's replace the machinery. So oh god, single guns. Single 12s. My god, I'm not a fan of those. What's our range? 12,000 yards. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent, actually. I'm not going to complain about that one. What could we do with this ship, then? So we have, like, 12 6-inch casemate guns. 6 fours, and a few torpedo tubes, actually. That's okay. Should be fairly useful. I'm going to make it bulged. That would, it should be okay. We'll make it bulge then. I mean, I could increase the speed, which is pretty useful. Increasing the speed of all ships is always useful. Though I am going to armor the turrets a little bit more, so we're going to go with 10 inches over here. And we're going to go with, I don't know, maybe 9? Bugger it, we'll go with 10. Go for 10 inches on the turrets. Usually, turrets are pretty damn vulnerable. They can be destroyed, and yeah, if you have a flash fire in your turrets, then you're screwed. I don't think I need to actually armor the secondaries due to the fact that they're in casemates. Well, these ones aren't. So I think I'm going to get rid of these tertiary guns, and then get rid of all this secondary armor. I do believe casemate guns just use the belt armor. I'm absolutely sure it's something like that. We're going to increase the number of FCS and change it to central range fire. Up the number of ammunition. There we go. Can I add... Right, ship has a narrow belt. Apparently I have 12-inch guns on my midship. That's not going to help. Yeah, these wing guns. So am I actually going to be able to save this, or is it going to count as... Yeah, it's going to count as an illegal design. That's not good. That's not good at all. So am I going to have to delete these turrets? Rebuild? Right. Well, that's irritating. So we could rebuild this ship. I'm going to have to wait until we have wing technology that can take about 12 inches. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the 12-inch guns, and it's going to be overall a bit less useful. This is a nice looking armored cruiser. This is Rosia. It's an 8,100 tonner heavy cruiser, armed with just 7-inch guns, which is okay, I suppose. I'm going to probably give it a little bit more armor, actually. So we have low freeboard, I'm going to change that to normal freeboard. We can drop some ammunition. I was going to give it more guns, but apparently I can't. So we'll drop that, increase the number of ammunition available. I could go for some extra. Well, I don't think I'll be able to, actually. Okay. Well, I can't really do anything to these ships then. Not right now. It's only 1900, so they're pretty modern for the time. Let's look at this one. So this is just our little 400-ton destroyer. It should be fine. So what do we need first? Oh, this is new. Support forces. I don't know what that means, but it's a new button. Ooh, fancy. Right. Design a ship. So we only have 2 battleships. I could do with more, to be honest. That's it. There we go. Right. So I only have 15,000 ton. Imperial Alexander. No, I think we're just gonna have to wait for some new technology. So I think I'll just make some more light cruisers, as we only have 2 of them right now. And light cruisers are fantastic, and they're useful throughout the entire game. That's really small looking guns. Can I? No, okay. So if I go any higher than that, I literally can't do anything. Range long, yes. It's a protected cruiser. This should be fine for a raider. I might add some more torpedo tubes, actually. So I might increase this to 8,000. There we go. So I'll increase that to 8,000 tonnage. We'll add some torpedo tubes onto there, so at least we'll have a higher arc fire. Increase the number of FCS control positions. I could upgun the secondaries, which I will, actually. Well, we can't have it the same caliber as the main, so we'll go for 5-inch, which should be quite nice. Those are casemate guns. Fantastic. The turrets. Wow. They have, like, 0 armor. I could really do with arming them. Drop a knot of speed for some more armor. That's probably prudent. Well, we'll go for about 3. And then 2 on the top. At least then our turrets will be able to sustain a little bit of damage. Just a little bit. They won't be able to take much. Okay. So we'll go down and we'll leave about 4 tons of space left. So we're good? Right, too many heavy or secondary guns. So, Now, let's see, what's the range of the 5-inch guns? So the 5-inch guns have 9,350 yards. A 6-inch gun has 9,800. Okay. What does a 4-inch have? 8,900. Not that much less, so I think I might have to drop it down to 4-inch guns. Would that be too many? So it's basically telling me I have too many guns, so how about now? Too many still? Really? There we go. So I can only have 18, which is a shame. Don't get me wrong, I'm quite unhappy about that, but at least I can put some more armor onto everything, so... Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think we can have about 3 inches of belt before it's classed as a heavy cruiser. Yeah, okay. So we can go for that then. So we have 18 5-inch guns. We have the main 6s over here. So we should be okay with that. It should be a decent ship, and it should serve us quite well. We'll call it the Diana. Okay. So we'll put a few of the Diana classes into production. So we'll go for about 4, I guess. It's got a present red. So we'll have to... Right, so we have another... What is this? This is a Imperator. Let's have a look at the Imperator class. Ah, that's better. 4 12 inches, 16 6 inches. That's not bad. It's not very well armored, but it's okay. I'll take that. So we'll build 2 of the Diana classes then. Apparently we can't really afford too much. Oh wow, we are poor as shit. Okay, well. We'll reserve fleet the battleships. Well, I could do with sending them over to waters where we may be challenged, but we'll see. And then we'll mothball the heavy cruisers. Well, reserve fleet them. Almost there. I guess we can't really have that many on the go at once. So we'll start construction of one of them, and then that should take us out the red in short order. I'm going to up the amount of research expenditure, so we're going to put this high. Fleet tactics are amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of things here. Turrets, there we go. Fire control, then armor and that. There we go. Okay. So what do we have then as the Russian Empire? We have obviously Finland over here, we have the Baltic states, obviously mainland Russia over here, then we have Port Arthur down here in China, which is quite useful actually. The reason why I'm worried about, well, it's a bit of a melting pot over here. We are, of course, next to the British, the Germans, and the Japanese especially. I would love to take North Korea. It's really strange how you have modern day maps. But, hey ho, we'll not question that. Okay. Right. Reduce naval expenditure. Well, we do have some unrest, actually. Well, we'll go for the tension increase. Ooh. Fleet tactics. I will take that. If that's actually... Oh, that's really nice, actually. If we can increase our fleet tactic research, that would be fantastic. Right, there's been an rise in African country. And the focus of great power colonial ambitions, we need to send a force to evacuate our nationals and protect our interests. What size should the expeditionary force be? A battleship. That would increase our prestige and budget, but also tension. I think... it's the budget increase I'd like. We'll send a cruiser. I don't want to increase tensions too much, especially with the British. Why the hell are the Germans interested in buying the rights of Krupp armor? Krupp is a German company. That's so strange. Okay. Great Britain appears to be considering a naval rearmament program. The government asked you for advice on how to react. We should condemn the adventurous policies of Great Britain and strengthen our own navy. I really cannot have a war with Britain. I legitimately cannot afford that right now. I mean, if we take a look at the almanac and we take a look at our fleet, we have 2 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, and 2 light cruisers, 8 destroyers. Britain has 7 battleships, 8 heavy cruisers, 10 light cruisers, and 24 destroyers. I need to build more destroyers, actually, that's the thing. Okay, Bismarck Archipelago. We'll help the Germans. If I could, like, find an alliance with the Germans, that'd be fantastic. Oh, that's good. There we go, we could have 600-ton destroyers. Once we have these ships constructed, we'll take a look at building some more destroyers. Germany, how do you not have any of this shit? I'm not selling them technology because I don't want them to have better ships. Okay, our ship Imperator Protea Veliki is commissioned to the Navy. I spy. So we're going to try and increase, oh good. We're going to try and increase tensions with Japan because I would like to pursue a war with Japan. Okay, so we can afford to have these. So I'm going to have the battleships, I think, sent to the Northeast Asia, along with the heavy cruisers. So we're going to move them over to Northeast Asia. Mostly because I don't trust the Japanese. And I would like to try and push war with them over any other power. A major foreign policy crisis has erupted with France. What is your advice on how to handle the situation? Okay. Actually, no, I might want to pull those ships back. Yeah. God damn it. Okay, we'll pull some of the ships back then. We'll pull the other 2 ships back and we'll send them back to Northern Europe. God damn it. Oh, hello. Yes. Right, the US government is offering to sell us 10-inch guns are quality 0. Basically, our guns are pretty shit right now, the 10-inch guns. But if we can get okay 10-inch guns, that will definitely be worth it. There we go. So I might start arming more ships with 10-inch guns, because they will be better. Okay. I'm really worried about the war, actually, right now. Okay. I could take Austria-Hungary, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Oh, thank the Lord, I'll take that alliance with Germany any day of the week. Thank you. Thank God for that. Right. So I'm gonna build some new destroyers, actually. Destroyers are really useful, and I could really do with some. Actually, no, I'm gonna build some minesweepers as well, so I can have these guys on coastal patrol. I'm gonna go with just 200 tons. They don't need to be anything special. They're gonna be cheap as chips, and yeah. I'll just use them as my coastal patrol craft. So I'll build a few of those little shits. Right. I'll go for the tension increase, because if I go much higher, I'm going to risk war. I'm already risking war. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm gonna actually take the battleship I sent to Northeast Asia and bring it back to Europe, actually, because I'm getting kind of worried, along with the heavy cruisers. Okay, move ship to Northern Europe. Is it Northern Europe? Do we count as Northern Europe? I guess we count as Northern Europe. It's kind of strange in a way, but hey ho. Right. Some of our older ships. It sacrifices a little bit of prestige, but we gain a little bit more budget increase, which is really important right now. Right, so we have our ships coming back. Oh, are you kidding me? Austria-Hungary to the Dominican Republic. Oh. Well, I do have Germany, so I'm going to push it. We are going to have war with Austria-Hungary. Right, so we have a battleship engagement. Own forces available in the area, 2 battleships, 3 light cruisers, 8 DDs. Estimated enemy forces in the area, 2 battleships, 1 light cruiser, 5 DDs. Okay. So we are going to push this. Well, what a time. I mean, we have Germany, yeah, so the Austrians can't take this. Enemy, what do we have available? 1 battleship, do we? Oh, these must be the ships heading back from Asia. Okay, so these are our heavy cruisers. The Rosea class. They're not bad, actually. With this 7-inch duels, they're okay. They're nothing particularly special. Right, we have an unknown enemy ship sighted. Let's go to max speed. The fact that... Oh, there's a lot of ships there, actually. Right, DDs, light cruisers. Yes. Okay, so if we can catch up to these ships, I don't think we will be able to due to the fact that these are destroyers and light cruisers. Right, so they have 21 knots and 26 knots. So I could probably catch... Well, I won't be able to catch the Admiral Spawn classes. If I had 1 knot more, I could catch up to... Well, I'd need 22 knots to be able to catch them. I don't have that, which is a shame. But they are heading to a Croatian port. Or a Dalmatian port, sorry. Croatia being... I don't know, actually, that is... maybe. I'm not entirely sure who owns this little strip of land. Okay, come on, we need to catch these guys. Damn it, they went into port. Which I suppose is a good sign. It does suggest that the fact that they are afraid of us, ignore this. Which is good for us. Okay. I do need those ships back home. Oh, right, yes, we need to put some ships onto coastal patrol. So we'll put 4 destroyers on. The reason why I want minesweepers is because I can use them as coastal patrol ships, and that means I can have more of my destroyers available for combat, which is very important. I think I'm going to start some training, actually. Just fire AP. If I can pierce their armor, then that'd be great. AP, yes. Well, I mean, for light cruisers, they don't really have that much armor anyway, so I think I could go for HE with the large guns. Well, we'll just go for HE. We'll see how that works out. And we're going to also put on some gunnery training. Okay. Save ammo. Change to ammo doctrine. Great. We have contents of trouble. Small engagement. Why the hell are they here? Do we have anything in the area? Yeah. Okay. That's kind of silly. Somewhat overweight. Okay. What could I take from them? Like, seriously, what could I take from them? The Navy can fight on if needed. Okay. Oh, good. We'll get in there. Okay, so one of our light cruisers has intercepted something. I'm really hoping it's not anything too bad. It's probably another light cruiser, if I'm honest. And it's a heavy? Are we sure it's a heavy? It is indeed a heavy. Yes, right. I do not want none of that. How fast is it? It's 20 knots. Okay. So it's not too much slower, but the thing is with the Aurora, well, the Evora, we will be able to outrun it in time. Just a knot difference over the course of time will definitely make up a lot of ground for us. Alright. Night is approaching. We'll be able to lose the heavy cruiser in the course of the night. We'll turn south towards Island. There we go. I doubt they'll have any clue where we've gone now. I mean, it's twilight now and it'll just keep getting darker. Sight range will decrease rapidly. There we go. They'll never find us now. Should be good. Should be very good now. So just put it onto ultra speed and we'll get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario, is finding a heavy cruiser when you only have a light cruiser. We could do it probably building a few battle cruisers, actually. Some initial ones, maybe about 1 or 2, 3 maybe, if I could afford it. Yeah, so he started turning to himself as well, so fair enough. So let's take a look. If we were to build a battle cruiser, how would it look? It's a fairly large ship, 17,500 tons. I can't have that because I don't have port capacity of that size. Right, it would be very lightly armoured. Very lightly armoured. Yeah, it's an interesting trade-off. Battle cruisers are definitely interesting. They do have a lot of advantages, but a lot of disadvantages as well. I mean, I have a lot of turret armor, but hardly any in the way of belt armor. It's okay, dag. 2.5 isn't bad. I mean, would I want to skimp off some secondary guns and then... No, I need those guns. I might reduce the... I think I'm going to have to reduce the turret armor. Even then, that's not good. Actually, let's see. So we have 11,732 yard range. With that, I mean, we lose 1,000 yard range-ish. Yeah. Well, we lose a couple hundred yards of range, but the 10 inches are pretty good. They're not fantastic, but it saves us weight, and that means we can put that weight into something else. So, let's say more belt armor, which is important. Can I get 10 inches? No. Maybe 9? No, so I think 8 is the best I'm going to get. Increase the fire control. At least in this way, we have some more armor to the ship. It's not going to die that easily. So we'll call this Ismail class. Well, it's identified as a heavy cruiser. Fine, I'll have it as a heavy cruiser then. So it'll have 2 10-inch gun. Yeah, 4 10-inch guns, a few secondaries, a little bit of armor. It will be pretty quick. I mean, if it's going to be a heavy cruiser, do I want to save some weight and put it into armor? which I think would probably be better. If I could get 3 inches of deck armor, I'd be happy with that one. And bring this up to 10 inches of belt armor. We'll drop it down to 24 knots. I mean, it's still a fast ship, don't get me wrong. And then, yeah, just 10 inches on that. Can we get 8? You know, can maybe get 10. And 10 inches on the turrets as well. So at least we'll have a fairly armored ship. Yeah, accommodation, yes, okay. Possibly colonial service. Then again, it would be better for colonial service, but then again, I'd be better off making light cruisers for that sort of thing. I might restrict the amount of ammo we have and maybe add some more secondary guns. There we go. So it's definitely a different ship. It's a different beast now. But we don't really have the technology to make fast ships right now. With the changes to the 1.26 beta, fast ships are a hell of a lot harder. You really can only do it with, like, destroyers at the start. But 24 knots is not bad at all. 10 inches of armor pretty much all over. 3 inches of deck. It should be sufficient for the time. So we'll have the Ismail, or the Ishmael. We'll go for 2 of those. They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I really do approve of it. There's not long left on these ships. So I'll just halt the construction until... Right, yeah, that goddamn raider. I could do with putting some raiders out, but yeah. My fleet is extremely precious. But yeah, what could we take from the Austrians? I guess it'd only be... I mean, is this their home port or what? I don't really know if there's anything I could take from them. They only seem to have 1 possession. We need some kind of engagement, really. Right, handle it quietly and discreetly. I might have to send the fleet to the Mediterranean. What do they have in the area? Not much power at all. So I think we'll send the fleet. God damn it. Okay, move ships. So we'll send our battleships. I almost said dreadnoughts, but they're not yet. Yeah. I'll leave the heavy cruisers, actually, and I'll take the rest of the destroyers. Well, I'll take one of the heavy cruisers. Maybe. I don't know. Should be okay. We'll send that to the Mediterranean. Okay. So we've intercepted a ship off the coast of Britain. Is this a Roseo class? Yes, it is. It's a very nice class, actually. It's going to be difficult to try and match my requirements to the world at large, especially with medium fleet sizes, due to the fact that ships cost more, they take longer to build, and they're just basically worth more. Okay. So we're engaging. Let's take a look at this thing then. So it's, oh right, only 2 9-inches, yeah, we could take this thing. 5 inches of belt, my god. We only have the 4 7-inches, but that's more firepower. Well, there's more shells, they have a higher caliber gun, but we have more guns, and I think more armor actually. So let's turn. We are doing gunnery training as well, so we should be more accurate. We did get hit apparently, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Those higher caliber guns do damage when they hit, so we have to be careful. Help if we landed some shells on them. Okay. Yeah, they must have hit us somewhere in the engine. They're turning. See, now we have guns firing on them. Let's take a look. Is there any damage to the enemy ship as of yet? No, they still have all of their main guns up. Where have we taken damage then? Well, the main guns are still up, so that's good. So we need to turn sideways so we can have all of the guns firing, as we need those 7 inches to fire. Yeah. The 9 caliber shells do hurt. They do really hurt.